Could Meghan Markle become Queen? Or US President? Duchess of Sussex might miss out on British throne but is rumored to have her eyes on the White House. So could the newest royal ever become Queen? If Prince Harry became king, his Los Angeles-born wife would become Queen Consort, or informally, Queen Meghan. However, he is sixth in the line to the throne, having been pushed further down by the births of his two nephews and niece. Harry sits behind his father, Prince Charles, brother Prince William, and William's three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. As such, Queen Elizabeth and all five of her successors would have to abdicate or die before Harry could become the monarch. Abdicating is uncommon in Britain, although the Queen's uncle, Edward VIII, stood down in 1936 after less than a year as king in order to marry American divorcee Wallis Simpson. In theory, any of the Queen's successors could lose their right to sit on the throne if they became, or married, a Roman Catholic, under the Act of Settlement of 1701, but it is possible this law would not be enforced if the situation arose in the 21st century. If a monarch became so physically or mentally ill that they were unable to rule, a regent might be put in place to carry out their duties. For example, George IV served as Prince Regent between 1811 and 1820 after his father, George III, was deemed mentally incapable. But with five family members ahead of him, three of whom are around 30 years his junior, it seems doubtful that Prince Harry will sit on the throne. No matter for Meghan, who apparently has an even greater ambition, if the Daily Mail is to be believed, she has her eyes set on the White House. An anonymous former close associate told the newspaper, Meghan was quite clear that she wanted to be president one day. The conversation is said to have taken place shortly after her relationship with Prince Harry began. It may sound fanciful, but the new Duchess of Sussex has held the ambition since she was a little girl, says the newspaper, noting that she told Piers Morgan as much in an interview in 2015. If she were to turn her hand to politics, Prince Harry might have to give up his official royal duties, as members of the royal family are expected to stay out of the political sphere. While California-born Meghan could technically become president, a Kensington Palace representative was quick to dismiss the ambition, telling Yahoo News that there's no truth to the speculation, adding that the conversation you describe with an associate is fictitious. However, Simon Jenkins says in The Guardian, her friends and associates affirm that she is a political animal. All I can say is, why not? I fervently hope this marriage succeeds, on either side of the Atlantic. And if they can put an American in Kensington Palace, surely we can put a Briton in the White House. After months of anticipation, recently Meghan Markle officially joined the royal family. She and Prince Harry got married on May 19 at Windsor Castle before 1,900 of their nearest and dearest friends. After the ceremony, Markle received a new title, becoming the Duchess of Sussex. But you may be wondering, can Meghan Markle ever become Queen of England? There's about 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but look, Donald Trump became president, so you really just never know. There are basically no rules anymore. Except in the succession of the monarchy, where there are so many rules. First of all, you have to take a look at the line of succession to the throne. Strap in, because these British monarchy rules are old, extremely complicated, and make little to no sense to outsiders. Right now, according to Town & Country, Prince Harry is fifth in the line of royal succession. Queen Elizabeth sits on the throne, a position she has held since 1952 when her father, King George IV, passed away. That's a long time to be queen. After her, her son Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, will become the king. Then Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, will inherit the throne, making Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, become the queen. Then you would think next in line would be Prince Harry, the newly announced Duke of Sussex, but it's actually tiny, sassy Prince George. The line follows the firstborn, if you need a simple way to think about it. So after William, the line goes George, Charlotte, and their new baby Louis, who was born on April 23. And then Prince Harry would be king, if and only if William and all his children did not take the crown for some reason, meaning there is only an infinitesimal chance that Markle would ever be queen, though it is technically, theoretically possible. She is technically in the line of royal succession. Since Middleton and Markle would be simply inheriting their husbands' titles of king to become queen, that raises another question: why is Queen Elizabeth's husband titled Prince Philip? Good old sexism, apparently. It's basically the royal version of the debate of women taking their husbands' names. As explained in a slightly confusing guest post on Royal Central, here's why Prince Philip isn't king. Under English common law, a wife traditionally takes her husband's name and rank upon marriage, and as a title legally forms part of one's name in most cases. Titles within the royal family work in much the same way as if an untitled couple were to marry and the wife took her husband's name as her own. You would think the rules would be a little different when the rank and title you have is literally the Queen of England, but apparently not, so Prince Philip he is. Regardless of whether they ever actually become king and queen, Prince Harry and Markle were given new titles after getting married. Similar to William and Middleton, they became Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as William and Kate are the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. So technically, also, Markle isn't a princess. Markle might never have the title of queen, but would she want to, anyway? Prince Harry doesn't even think so, so probably not. In an interview with Newsweek last year, he said, "Is there anyone of the royal family who wants to be king or queen? I don't think so, but we will carry out our duties at the right time." Let's be honest, he would know that better than anyone else. Besides, being a duke and a duchess is not so bad at all.